Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's me, JMK Godzilla Toy, and I'm here to review this. Godzilla vs. Mothra. Now, before I, go into a bit of a super exciting style of myself, I'm just gonna have to say that this movie has a lot of good reviews and for good reasons. To start with, Mothra already started her own movie as a guardian monster who protects her little fairies, who are smaller than a human being. So how can she even see them? I have no idea. But the movie she was in, I haven't seen it, but maybe one day I will. I hope so. Now, onto the human characters to start. The human characters, they're actually intriguing. The protagonists are all good. The reporter is a bit of a jerk to begin with, but in the end, he's someone who really cares about his friends. The photographer is a really cute girl, and she's very compassionate. So, yeah, gotta love her. And then there's the scientist, who's like a guy who you can actually respect, and he's pretty smart, and he's very honorable, I suppose. And the chief of the newspaper, he's like the usual grouchy guy, but you gotta love him for that. And his assistant is, I don't know his name, but I call him the egg guy because he eats a lot of eggs all the time, and it's kind of a funny reflection of the giant monster egg of Mothra. Yeah, it's a little funny comparison. Out of all the characters in this movie, he's my favorite because he's like a comic relief, but they don't go too far with it. So that's well done. As for the villains, the antagonists, they're these two corporate, assholes. And the actors who play them, they're pretty good. So, I have no grudge against them. And the characters, they're so despicable that you love them. They're great villains for humans. And they just want the money, and that costs them a lot. More than what money can buy. Now, onto the monsters. Mothra, this is her second movie, so she's really well portrayed. And Godzilla himself, they go back to his better design. Back in the last movie, Godzilla vs. King Kong, his design was more comical. And yeah, it was just like for fun stuff. But now they've reverted him back to a thinner but stronger, more menacing appearance. And man, he's awesome in this movie. Now the movie itself, the plot is very well done. The way the people interact with each other, as in the civilians of the city and the natives of Infant Island, the way they interact with each other is really well done. And there's a lot of themes in here, like not taking what's yours and giving it back to the one who owns it, like the monster egg. It belongs to Mothra, not the corporate assholes. And brotherhood, as in the natives accepting to help the civilians of the city to save them from Godzilla. And it's really well done. And the surprise and little twists, and spoiler alert, when the egg hatches, there are two baby Mothra larvas. 2 of them. And, but before I can get to that, I'll get to the Godzilla destruction sequences. His destruction sequences are amazing. And when he first appears, I'm like, holy hell, this is awesome. He just rises out of the ground. See, in the beginning, there was a tsunami, which basically buried him in the bay of the city. And when he rises, it's just like one of the most epic intros he has ever made, ever. He just rises out of the ground, first his tail, and then him, and the music that plays, Akira Ifukube, you are a master of music composition. Because when this is basically the original Godzilla music, only more pumped up and more menacing. And when you hear the music, you know that Godzilla is here. And you know that the name God is in Godzilla for a reason when you hear this music. The music is well done. Akira Ifukube, you are amazing. Now, he just goes on destroying everything, and this time the military is at their top, at their peak. They are desperate to do whatever it takes. They invent weapons, powerful missiles, electrical attacks. It's just so well done. The military actually gives a damn in this movie. The electricity seems to like have some effect to Godzilla, but is never accomplished in defeating him. And the humans rely on Mothra to help. Now Mothra, she's a worthy opponent. It's funny to see a moth monster like try to fight an atomic horror, but it's well done. Her attacks are simple. She attacks him with a gust of wind that basically like blows him away, and she also like claws at his face, drags him from his tail, and she's like basically trying to defend her egg. It's like a mother protecting her children. That's exactly what it is, and she does whatever it takes to stop him. She even unleashes her poison powder, which basically is gonna like take all of her energy, but she's willing to die for people who doesn't even give a damn about her and her children. She dies for them. So that tells you a lot about the honor that she has, and the love that she has, and compassion. As for Godzilla himself, he is the god of nuclear destruction for a reason. He just goes on destroying cities. Whether this is like because he hates humanity, or because this is just instinctive for him, like he's a hurricane or something, he just can't control himself. Doesn't matter, because everyone is beaten to the ground. The military fights him, Mothra fights him, they all fail, and when Godzilla defeats Mothra, you get a sense of terror in his victory. It's just so well done. And then later on, when the egg hatches, the two baby Mothra larvae, they fight Godzilla, and the way they fight, they're like soldiers who are ambushing him, using militaristic tactics. The two Mothra larvae like defeat Godzilla, but it's not like in a cheesy, kiddie way. It's well done. It's like the two of them are soldiers fighting a powerful tank, and when they win victory, you know that they've earned the victory because they do it so well. I believe Ishiro Honda's the one who directed this movie, and we again see why he is the master. We see why he is truly the father of Godzilla, because he does it so well. This movie is 5 out of 5. The music is perfect, and as for the music, yeah, Mothra has her own like theme songs, and they're all well done as well. Especially the singing of Mothra, her theme song. It's beautiful and somehow, some way terrifying in kind of. Like the Godzilla 1954 and Rodan, there's no way I will ever do justice to this movie. This movie, the whole world needs to watch this. This is a true classic. It's a true Godzilla film. It's a true Ishiro Honda film. And Akira Ifukube is at his triumph in this movie. This movie is 5 out of 5, if not 6 out of 5, because, man. And while Godzilla 1954 is the top movie of all time in my opinion, Mothra vs. Godzilla comes in second place because this is just too amazing. Like I said, I will never do justice to this movie. The music, the action sequences, the people themselves, everything's well done. And, oh man, the whole world needs to watch this movie. I can never do justice to this. Never. This movie is perfection. And I just love it, okay? It's one of my personal favorites. And I don't even know what to say now. This movie, the world needs to watch. So, guys, watch it, enjoy it, and understand why this is one of the best movies that have ever existed. Not only in Godzilla films, but in kaiju cinema and cinematic history. This movie is gold among the silver. Well, this is GMK Ghost Godzilla Toy, signing off. Watch it! Dun 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 dun.